Hello there, and welcome to my quiz. So this is something that I did for my work colleagues. It's just a bit of fun. So what we've been doing since lockdown is we've been doing a weekly quiz, and it was my turn to host it. So I put this quiz together, and it's a few things that are kind of stuff that I'm interested in, really, I guess. And yeah, let's just crack on with it, shall we? I mean, let's not go into the details too much. So, my quiz. Question number 1. Who directed the Lord of the Rings trilogy of films in the early noughties? Question 2. What is the name of the 2005 debut album of Panic at the Disco? Question 3. What year was Southampton Football Club formed? And here's a clue, it's an anniversary this year for them, quite a big one. Question 4. How many times has tennis player Rafael Nadal won the French Open? Now, for my colleagues, I allowed one either side, so I'll allow you one either side as well. Question 5. Where does the puppet Elmo live? Question 6. Which European country won the men's 2018 Football World Cup? Question 7. There are 2 ways to eat a scone. The Cornish way and the Devon way. But to eat a scone the Cornish way, what goes on first? Jam or cream? Question 8, because I am a massive Supernatural fan. What is the name of the angel companion of Sam and Dean Winchester in the fantasy show Supernatural? Question 9. Now, to give you a bit of a clue, the really big anniversary took place 5 years ago. A really big anniversary of this took place 5 years ago. In what decade was the 13th... Sorry, let me start that one again. Question 9. In what decade during the 13th century was the Magna Carta signed by King John at Runnymede? Question 10. Around March or April every year, the WWE, world's largest wrestling promotion, holds its biggest pay-per-view event. What is the name of that pay-per-view? Question 12. British singles tennis player Andy Murray has a brother who plays doubles tennis. What is his name? And to give you a clue, he's recently been tournament director of a tournament called Battle of the Brits, and that's returning at the end of July. Question 12. Which is larger, a gigabyte or a megabyte? Question 13. What are Japanese cartoons called? Don't have a go at me for calling them cartoons in the question, please. I'm asking this question to people at work who may not have known otherwise, okay, so bear with me. Question 14. Who was the first president of the United States of America? And if you've seen Hamilton on Disney Plus recently, you should definitely know the answer to this one. Question 15. Now, when I was doing this quiz, just a quick one about this, it was the 15th of July. So this question I put in deliberately. But which Saint's Day takes place 15th of July? Question 16. What is the Spanish word for a hat? So there you go. Ready? This is out of 16. There are no half marks or anything like this. This is just full marks for everything. Answers time. Question 1. Who directed the Lord of the Rings trilogy of films in the early noughties? Peter Jackson. Question 2. Name the 2005 debut album of Panic at the Disco. It's a fever you can't sweat out. Still one of my absolute all-time favourite albums. Question 3. What year was Southampton FC formed? It's 1885. They're celebrating 135 years this year. They've just released their new kit a couple of weeks ago. So if you've seen that, you'll see they've got 135 written on the kit. Question 4. How many times has tennis player Rafael Nadal won the French Open? And I am allowing one either side, but the correct answer is Ooh. 12. He has won it 12 times. Le deuxième. And fingers crossed, it's late this year because of the COVID-19 pandemic, obviously. Hopefully he'll make it 13. Le troisième. Question 5. Where does the puppet Elmo live? Sesame Street, of course. Question 6. What European country won the men's 2018 Football World Cup? That would be France. Vive la France. Question 7. To eat a scone the Cornish way, what goes on first, jam or cream? That would be jam. And in my opinion, that's the correct way. Don't fight me over that. Question 8. What is the name of the angel companion of Sam and Dean Winchester in the fantasy show Supernatural? That would be Castiel, but if you got Cass, I'll accept it. And if you spelt Cass with one S, I'll accept it. Everyone always argues about this, and that's not what we're here for. So that's the answer. Question 9. In what decade during the 13th century was the Magna Carta signed by King John at Runnymede? That would be the 1210s. It's 1210 to 1219. The exact answer is 1215, so 5 years ago we celebrated the 800 years since the signing of the Magna Carta. Question 10. Around March and April every year, the World of Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, the world's largest wrestling promotion, holds its biggest pay-per-view event. What is the name of that pay-per-view? WrestleMania. Question 11. British singles tennis player Andy Murray has a brother who plays doubles tennis. What is his name? Well, there he is in the picture. His name is Jamie Murray. Question 12. Which is larger, a gigabyte or a megabyte? It is a gigabyte. A gigabyte is actually worth 1,000 megabytes, so quite considerably bigger. Question 13. What are Japanese cartoons called? The answer is anime. Anime. And there's a bit of artwork that's been done based on my favourite manga and anime, Death Note. So cheery, I know. Question 14. Who was the first president of the United States of America? That was George Washington. Question 15. Which saint's day takes place on the 15th of July? St. Swithin. And a fun fact about St. Swithin, he was the Anglo-Saxon Bishop of Winchester and now patron saint of Winchester Cathedral. Whatever the weather, rain or shine on St. Swithin's Day, it will be the weather for the next 40 days and 40 nights. So, I'm actually recording this ahead of the 15th of July. So whatever the weather is doing on the 15th of July, so whatever it's done by the time you're watching this, that's what the weather's going to be for the next 40 days and 40 nights. Let's hope it's good. Question 16. What is the Spanish word for a hat? It would be a sombrero. A sombrero. And there is a picture of me, by the way, actually in Mallorca last year when I bought my newest hat, my newest sombrero. Looking obviously so happy and proud of my new hat, which kind of matched my top. Anyway, that's that. So that's the quiz that I have been doing for my colleagues, pre-recording it for you, but you're going to be seeing it later. So yeah, anyway, so that's my quiz. That was my one. So how did you do? Let me know in the comments. What did you get? Remember, it was out of 16. There's no half marks or anything like that. I also want to state, and I probably should have stated this at the beginning of the quiz, that at the time of recording it, all of these questions and answers were correct. So if things have changed in the meantime since you started watching it, yeah, never mind. It is what it is. So thank you very much for taking part in my quiz. As I say, I really hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you again in the future. Bye bye.